then I'm going to give it a couple of seconds of dead air to just get ambient noise from all of our space. Oh, speaking of which, I have to turn my space heater off. Okay. Speaking of ambient noise, I'm speaking to you from St. Paul, Minnesota, where it is finally almost at 20 degrees. So, I mean, you in Toronto, I know, understand winter.
Yep.
But it is nice to be able to throw the space heater on to get the room warmed up, and then I can turn it off and have a good conversation. So I'm going to record the ambient noise for just a moment so I can use that as a filter when we do the final edit to clean up any audio, and then I'll introduce the show, both of you, and then we'll get started.
Perfect. Sounds great.
Welcome to Next in Nonprofits. I'm Steve Boland, and I am very pleased to be joined today by Michael Johnston, the founder of HJC, and Elena Francis, the digital marketing account manager there. Elena, Michael, thank you both very much for taking the time to join me today.
No problem. Thank you very much, Steve.
Yep.
I asked for some of your time as part of the author's team on the 2019 Digital Outlook report. This is not the first of these, but rather a series of reports that you've done in conjunction with your partners. So, Elena, why don't you kind of guide us through who helped put this whole report together? Who was part of this effort?
Absolutely, Steve. So this is the 5th edition of the Digital Outlook report. It's put together by HJC and Care2, with N10 also promoting it. So what we normally do is that we survey a lot of our organizations that we're in touch with across North America and Europe. And then we ask some questions relating to digital trends in the future, how their organizations are structured, and what sort of digital programs and technologies they're making use of. And then we analyze the results and then produce a comprehensive report with what we consider the best recommendations and how to tackle the upcoming digital topics to speak about.
And this year's report, I mean, you kind of thematically look at different elements. It's not exactly the same question year to year. You're really, I think it's interesting to do that and to talk about this. Navigating the something happened somewhere there.
Hello?
Yeah. Hello.
Hello? Wow.
I'm not sure what happened on whose end. Does anybody have a sense of what that is?
No. Should we reconnect all together? Or?
Well, I would suggest both of you try unplugging and plugging your headsets in.
Yeah, I've never heard anything like that before.
Oh, there we go. Whew.
That is incredible.
Okay. I think that, Michael, that may have been on your end. Elena, you're still there?
No.
Well, she's muted if she is still on. Or maybe that's the old connection at the other machine.
Mm-hmm. Let me just walk around. That's all. I've never heard that before. Just a second.
Sure.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes. Welcome back.
Okay. You can hear me now.
Yes. I have no idea what just happened there. Michael was going to walk over and double check that you were still connected. So
he's just come over now. Everything's good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, everything seemed fine for me. I think Mike might have had some sort of weird noise on his end because he said, I've never heard anything like that before, but I didn't get that. So let's keep plowing through.
Hey, let's start again.
Okay. Well, we can just pick it up from where I was at because that intro is fine.
Yeah.
So I'll just edit this out. So I'll give it one more second for a clean cut, and I'm just going to jump back in. So the report in the past has had different themes, different types of questions to surface what's going on, what people should be thinking about. And this year you've got this theme of navigating the unknown, and a really interesting sort of under the sea thematic to help us visualize and kick around that idea of where are we going with some of this stuff, that there's so many things that are happening, so many areas of challenge. And I really appreciate that exploration together, that there are many things that we can learn from each other. So let me ask before we get into the specific questions and what you are learning from some of those responses about the types of organizations and the outreach you had to try and get some responses. You're lost again. So if I mute Michael, we don't hear that.
Oh, I didn't. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
So
Okay.
it's definitely from Michael's end.
So I think it's your end. He's saying.
Over here?
So I think there's something wrong with when Mike tries to tune in. It seems to interrupt, or I'm not really sure. I don't hear anything. I just heard that when your microphone just got a bit warped when you were finishing your sentence.
Oh. Well, I guess I'm going to try and unplug and plug back in, see if it's part of my end.
So, Mike, it seems like Steve's just resetting his setup.
So I'm back on.
Hi, I'm just going to grab Mike because I think he's just away from his computer.
Okay.
Then let's see if that changes anything. One sec.
Excuse me.
Hi, Steve.
Hi
So
again.
Mike is just going to go into another office.
Okay.
And hopefully that will fix the issue there and use it. I think he's using a different computer as well. So
yeah, it is so interesting to me so many times when you kind of want to troubleshoot to figure out what went wrong, but the fastest way to solve the problem is go somewhere else, try a different tech. And
yeah, exactly right. So yeah, I tried my
someday.
computer earlier and it wasn't working. So now I'm at Mike's desk using his laptop and that seems to be working. So very picky equipment that you have, it seems. Very selective.
Uh-huh.
Hello? Can you hear me, Steve?
Ellen, are you still there, Michael?
Oh, what the hell? Having like massive like technical difficulties. Like, I don't know why this guy just doesn't want us to pull on a phone. Hello. I've seemed to have lost it as well now. He can't seem to hear me anymore, and I'm not sure I can hear him. I'm typing into the chat, and he's not responding either. Hello. Goodness sake.
Look at my mug. I'm on.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you guys hear me? Hello?
Hey, Elena.
Hey.
Melody. All right, so we're both on.
Was it Steve? Are you there? Steve? I
No,
think
look like he's on.
Good.
I got Elena on.
He is on. I can see his icon, but I don't know. He's just not responding.
Maybe it's him.
So
Good to go. You can hear it?
I can hear him. I can hear Elena, but she can see his icon. I can see his
Hey, Elena.
Hey.
So you and I are on.
Yeah. Now Steve is. I think Steve's resetting.
Can you grab my other glasses? My distance. Thank you.
Sorry. You
Oh,
want me-
I'm just talking to Mike.
Oh. These glasses.
Restarting my machine. Yep.
He just sent you an email saying he's restarting.
Yeah. He just
Okay.
sent it.
Technical difficulties.
Yep. Thanks, man. Well, Ellen and we'll do the podcast. I mean, I don't know. My guess is it's his side just because.
I think so.
Yeah.
Because I was typing to him in the group chat and he wasn't responding. And I don't know. We'll see.
Mm-hmm. But I can hear talking in the background for you.
Yeah, that's probably the marketing team.
I know.
Guys, you need to be quiet. Mike said he can hear you guys talking. Sorry. I just told them to just
Yeah,
we're
I heard.
about to record soon. Yeah, you probably did. I wonder how long it takes for him to restart his system.
Mm-hmm. Guess we'll find out.
Are you free after the podcast recording today to talk about the N10 stuff?
Yeah. Per NTC
Cool.
stuff. Yep, all good. There he is. Hello.
Hey, can you hear us?
All right, I can see your talk.
Yep.
I
Can
am
you?
looking
We
up.
can hear you.
Yep, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
There we go.
Yep, you can hear us.
Yes.
Perfect.
Great.
Finally.
I hope finally. Goodness gracious, I have no idea what that was. I've done 122 of these episodes, and I have not run into that one before. I have certainly run into other issues, but that is a new one. All right, I need just a second to get the report back up in front of me.
Yep.
And then hopefully we can just pick this back up again. Thanks for your patience as I rebooted.
No problem.
Get this down here. Don't need that. Turn the camera back off. Okay, I'm going to try and pick it up from where I was going about the participants in the report. I think there's enough there on the thematic element, so I'm just going to go ahead and ask that question, and we can try and dive back in, and I'll stitch that back together again.
Cool.
Okay. So in the 5th year of the report, you've been getting responses from lots of different types of organizations, many budget sizes, many areas of expertise. How do you reach audiences to ask them to share what they know about what they're seeing right now and what they might be anticipating coming up?
We basically can conduct a survey with questions based on trends that we've seen this year and also based on what we got from the previous report. So most of this is kind of follow-up. And then we send them to our email list. That's HJCs, N10s, and Care2s. So it was a broad spectrum from all sorts of verticals, and as I say, from North America and Europe and other places too. And yeah, we just analyzed these results and noticed quite a few patterns. And the most substantial patterns we formed the core of the report itself, and obviously informed our recommendations in how to combat the issues that we kept seeing coming up and up again.
So one of the things that I thought very interesting as we look at the size of organizations is staff capacity overall versus staff capacity more dedicated to digital strategies and outreach. That it looked to me like we maybe are gaining a little ground. Is that a perception that you also had in terms of organizations finding more reason and return on investment to put some staff time into this?
Yeah, I think so. I think when you look back, you see a slight uptick in the number of digital committed staff that organizations have, but still there's this solid number, around 35% currently who have no digital staff. But I think in part that's because almost 30% of the organizations who filled this out are under $1 million. And so, with very few staff, they're wearing many, many hats, and digital is just one part of it. But I think
there we go again. I have no idea what that keeps popping up.